ddg5930, design strategies, week 2. Very good job on the week 1 assignment. And I'm going to go ahead now in week 2 and step through our folder system just like I did last week, so we can make sure that we're all on the same page for the projects and the expectation. You'll notice here on the announcement page that I included the week 1 video down here that you should watch, and I'm going to go ahead and make an announcement for week 2 and go ahead and embed this video in as well and email it out to you. Let's go ahead into the coursework folder so we can take a look at week 2, the design method. Week 2 is all about introducing the design method as a common sense to make a method and try it. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another, but above all, try something. Famous quote by Franklin D. Roosevelt. Let's go ahead and take a look at our readings. We've got about about 13 pages to read in the design method called Introducing the Design Method, and then about 30 pages or so in your 101 design methods, which is mode number 1 called Sense Intent. So those are your readings for this week. I've included also 2 case studies. A case study in an article, a case study about Peapod Labs, and the 10 Types of Innovation article. Go ahead and read those. Those are your required readings. And let's go ahead and scroll down and see what the learning objectives for week 2 are: to understand the sense intent mindsets, analyze the methods of sense intent, evaluate the 10 types of innovation framework, understand an intent statement, and analyze the design method. Now, just like week 1, we're going to keep the exact same framework and sequencing for each and every week. So there is an instructional materials folder. In that folder, I try to provide you with additional videos, potentially additional readings that might be of interest to you. I like to include a design trend section if I can, just to kind of feed your brain a little bit more. So you'll see 4 videos here, and then an NBC coverage video about supply and demand. And then there should be always, if I can, include an artist focused. So Barbara Solomon is this week's, along with an artist critic, which is Sebastian from the Boston Globe. And a couple little videos about Sebastian, just to kind of give you some more exposure to art in the world and kind of shape your design strategies as you're leading teams, creative teams in your marketing or advertising environment. The instructional materials folder is all about additional materials to really kind of grow your resource library in your brain of things that are going on in the field based on the weekly reading topic. And we have an assessment folder. And remember, each week we will have a critical essay. This week's critical essay is all about the design method. So remember, it's 250 words. You'll do an essay and an information graphic. Remember that we're doing those each week. Just something to continue to expose you to different resources for taking information and making it more graphic. Remember that I need that unique URL or Word document referencing your 250 words and a PDF of your graphic. We always include some essential questions as it relates to the design method. And here are some of your questions for this week. Using the discovery method, what observations and analysis have been concluded on your product or service? What are the key issues? What design direction did your product or service take? Where has the creative been implemented and evaluated? Where is the trend going? And what is the intent statement for this product? So your critical essay answers the above questions. Remember, we'll be doing it using the Hodges QEP writing rubric. So your main purpose of your entry is to critically analyze an innovative product or service. Be sure to definitively support your claim, and please analyze a new product or service in a cutting-edge industry. I've had the pleasure of riding on a Segway. They have hoverboards now. There's all kinds of interesting topics going on in the world nowadays that would be a really interesting analysis. You have the hoverboards that seem to be catching fire and burning people's houses down all the time, but we have kids that get dropped off at the bus and they hop on their hoverboard and they ride their hoverboard home instead of walking. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but technology really is taking some amazing leaps and bounds from where it has been even over the last 10 years. Remember that you will provide me with your information graphic in PDF form and a write-up of your 250 words analyzing your innovative product or service. Remember, we'd like to have that in a URL, part of the WordPress blog that you're creating if you're in the visual communication theory class, but if you're not, I'll accept just a Word document with your infographic PDF in that format. Remember, the online blog is a great way to have a complete case study of your MVC degree, and it's a really nice portfolio piece for your resume as you interview for leadership positions in the creative or marketing arts department. So just something to think of and think about. That's why we're doing this, is to build upon your leadership skills in a visual way and expose you to new technologies. Everybody have a great week 2. I've enjoyed week 1 so far, and I look forward to continuing the dialogue in the creativity of visual communication. Okay, bye-bye.